Iko, where are you?
I'm up here, brother. Come and join me.
Get down from there. Father awaits our presence.
Did you come all of the way out here for the sole purpose of disturbing my peace?
No. I came out here to remind you of your duty.
Spare me your lectures about duty. You sound more and more like Father every day. Look over there, brother. It's a tender, succulent krasnok. We can split it. He would make a good meal.
We cannot. It is illegal to hunt here out of season.
No one will know. We will be back in time to keep our appointment with Father. And besides, we are of royal blood. The rules do not apply to us.
I will not partake in this folly with you. I'm headed back to the palace.
Sire, the Prince Strios has arrived.
Strios, where is your brother Iko? You were both told to be present today.
I don't know. I have not seen him.
Well, come take your place up here with me. There are matters that need to be addressed. You and your brother need to see how this kingdom is run, because one day it may be your turn to sit upon the throne. Tashar, what is our next order of business?
Timonas, the head of the planet's scientific research division, has returned with a report on the planet's flailing ecosystem.
Yes, I am interested in hearing the results of his scientific excursion.
Yes, greetings, sire.
Greetings. Get on with it. What were the results of your findings?
After surveying every region of the planet, taking and examining samples of soil, water, and air, the loss of plant and animal species has slowed down. There are some areas in the process of recovery, but they are few. Stricter mandates on hunting and deforestation may be required to achieve a more long-lasting impact.
Well, the entire purpose of going to war with and defeating the other K-Knight factions, bringing the entire planet under one rule, was so that time-sensitive critical decisions such as these would not have to go to committee. Draw up the necessary mandates, and for the sake of our future, they will go into effect immediately.
As you command.
Tashar, what is our next order of business?
You forbade a steampunk K-Knight by the name of Tech from conducting experiments that would fuse K-Knight and machine. It was recently discovered that in spite of your command, the steampunk K-Knight known as Tech has disobeyed you and persisted in his quest to create cybernetic K-Knights.
Disobeyed my commands? Bring him to me at once. What do you have to say on your own behalf? You were ordered to cease your quest to fuse K-Knight and machine.
I can explain, Your Highness.
I'm listening.
Your exact words and/or commands were for me not to conduct any of my experiments on any living subjects. I obeyed you. My most recent experiments have been on the dead.
Abomination.
Detestable!
Take him to the crags and throw him into the deepest pit you can find.
No, not the crags!
Get him out of my sight.
Come on, guys. You don't have to do this. I will disappear. I promise to never come back if you let me go. The king will never know. Please.
You have two choices. You can find out how far it is to the bottom, with or without a laser blast.
Shiva, you have proven yourself. Your hard work, dedication, and discipline to the Bushido way of life has earned you a rare distinction. It is relatively unheard of for a female to be inducted into our order. Your adherence to our way cannot be overlooked. As of today, you are a full-fledged member of our order.
Thank you, Sensei. I am honored. I vow to dedicate my life to the principles that you have taught me.
To promote a female to the status of a full member of our ranks is a desecration of the Bushido K-Knight way. If anything, this female should be regulated to bearing and nursing pups.
If you believe the words that are coming out of your pyorrhea-infected mouth, face me in combat.
Such a reckless waste of life. I'm sure you would have produced a handsome litter of pups.
Now, would anyone else like to step forth and challenge my induction into the Order of the Bushido K-Knights?
Excellent, Shiva. I am sure you will be an asset to our clan.
Thank you, Sensei. If you would allow me, I would like to go to my place of solitude so I can meditate and reflect.
Very well.
If that concludes today's adjudications, we can move on to other matters concerning the kingdom.
There is another matter that has arisen that may need to be addressed.
I said get your stinking paws off of me. I am Prince Eco, son of the king. Mind your manners, or I will have your heads removed.
Shall I clear the chamber whilst you handle this matter, sire?
No, I would like for everyone to stay and witness this. So tell me, what crime has Prince Eco been accused of?
The prince was caught in violation of the restriction against hunting endangered game out of season.
Father, make them release me!
None are above planetary law. Tushar, tell me, what is the punishment for this particular crime?
The punishment for hunting endangered game out of season is 20 lashes, sire.
Proceed.
Don't allow them to do this to me, Father.
Wait. I cannot allow one of my soldiers to whip you.
Thank you, Father. I have learned my lesson. I will not transgress the law again.
Give me the whip.
Sire, the scientist Timonas wishes to have a word privately with you.
Let him in.
Thank you for seeing me, sire. I have a matter discretion prevented me from bringing up in the throne room.
Proceed.
I have discovered a lush, habitable planet approximately 10 light-years away that possesses an abundant, robust ecosystem and no sentient life.
A new world? Tell me more.
Its climate is suitable for colonization. The distress this planet's ecosystem is suffering from in essence would be alleviated. It could be the key to our future. I hope you don't mind, I have tentatively named the new planet Lycos II. We're under attack!
Who dares? Reptilians.
Sire, it would be most prudent for you to take refuge in the lower levels of the palace.
Come now, old friend, you know me better than that. I'm not the type of king to cower in shelters when the smell of a good battle is in the air. I'm going to personally send these unfeeling reptilians back to their fire gods.
It was worth a try.
Father, allow me the honor of fighting at your side.
Where is your brother? This could be the perfect opportunity for him to redeem himself.
Look, King Zev and Prince Strios have come to join us in vanquishing these reptilians.
Good shot, Strios.
That was a close one.
We have turned the tide. The cowards are fleeing.
Should we let them escape?
No. The only good reptilian is a dead reptilian. We leave no survivors.
computer. Locate King Ziev and Prince Strios.
Father, they are headed for the crags.
Then that is where they will meet their doom. Good shot. Where have the other two gone? Always remember that the reptilians use their attacks as a diversion so they can raid our cerium ore and energy crystal mines. That is why our garrisons are placed near the mines.
I've been hit! Below us! In the chasm!
The only place to take cover is down in the chasm. I will divert their fire whilst you take cover.
I will not leave you, Father!
Look, the cavalry has arrived! Who is this noble K-Knight warrior who has saved his king? I will surely promote him.
Why, brother?
Because I want to be king, you fool. I have always despised living in your shadow. Now we will find out what kind of shadow you cast from the grave.
Brother, no. Don't do this. No!
Where did you come from? I am Prince Iko, son of King Ziev.
I know who you are.
Then get out of my way. My father, the king, has been severely injured.
Are you going to throw him into the crags like you did your brother?
Liar!
I witnessed what you did to your father and your brother. You will be brought into account for your crimes.
What? We can work something out. I can make you rich beyond your wildest dreams.
No deals. There will only be justice.
Please! I beg of you, consider going on about your way. If wealth doesn't sway you, I could grant you a position of authority in the land.
Drop the blade immediately or we will open fire.
Seize her. She attacked me as I came to aid my father, the king.
The king lives. Let's get him to the medics immediately.
What?
Where is Prince Strios?
The reptilians shot his fighter craft down just as I arrived. Then I caught the reptilians off guard and killed them.
Come, we must tell others of this. You saved the king. You are a hero.
Is he going to be all right?
He is in critical condition.
A tragedy indeed.
Here comes Prince Iko. Young Prince, tell us exactly what happened to the king and your brother.
During the battle, I witnessed Strios and my father's fighter craft had taken off in pursuit of some reptilian fighter craft. I was concerned for their safety, and I located them on my scanners in the skies above the crags. I flew to their location, and what I discovered rocked me to my core.
We are here for you.
Take your time.
What a strong lad.
I arrived at the crags just as a reptilian fighter had blasted Strios out of the sky. Father's fighter craft was down as well. I saw that Father had crash-landed at the edge of a giant fissure. I became enraged and flew my fighter craft directly into the fray. Concern for my loved ones fueled me to fly and maneuver that fighter craft with skill that I doubt I could summon otherwise. After defeating those reptilians in aerial combat, I immediately piloted my fighter craft to the location where I saw my father go down. Imagine my surprise, discovering a vagabond attempting to loot and plunder from my injured father, whilst he lay unconscious and clinging to life.
Your actions were nothing short of heroic. And we shall make sure that the vagabond female Bushido K Knight is dealt with accordingly.
There should be a parade in your honor.
My only concern at the moment is my father's well-being. How is he coming along, Timonis?
The king has not regained consciousness and he remains on life support. But as you well know, he is a fighter.
You cannot enter into the throne room. Get back at once.
Get out of my way.
You cannot be in here.
I hear you have one of my students held captive in your dungeon.
Yes, she has been accused of a very heinous crime.
Impossible. I know this student to be upright and of the most impeccable moral character.
You never can tell some wolf's true character until situations like these arise.
I demand that you release her into my custody at once.
Mind your tongue in this royal chamber, monk. You make no demands here.
She is in my charge. I have to see her.
The king has been severely injured and no one is allowed to visit prisoners in the dungeon.
I witnessed your student bear arms against the prince with my own eyes.
She shall receive a fair trial, and I am sure we can make an exception and allow you to see her. But now is not the time in light of our current situation.
Very well. I will hold you to your word.
Your people came for you today. I caught you in the act. Things are not looking good for you. You will have a fair trial, but isn't there anything that you would like to say on your own behalf?
Your Prince Eco is the perpetrator of the violent acts against the king and Prince Strios.
Unlikely. Is that the crux of your defense?
I heard Prince Eco tell you that Prince Strios' fighter craft was shot down and crashed into the depths of the crags.
Yes.
I learned early that when you are telling the truth, you do not have to change your story. The fighter craft that remained is the one that Prince Strios was piloting. It was King Zaev's fighter craft that fell into the depths of the crags. Check the automated log of the fighter craft, and you will find that there are inconsistencies in Prince Eco's account of the events.
How is my father doing?
He is finally off of life support and breathing on his own, which is a good sign. Now, we wait and hope that he regains consciousness.
Father must pull through. I don't know what I would do without him. Damn those reptilians. Is it possible that I have a moment alone with him?
Of course. It may even be good for him. There have been cases where speaking to and being present for individuals who have lost consciousness has produced miraculous results.
Come quick! Someone help! Please save my father!
Which one of these fighter craft is the one recovered from the crags?
That one over there.
This blast damage came from below. Computer, who most recently piloted this fighter craft from the time it left this hangar up until the time that it incurred damage at the crags.
During the specified time period, Prince Strios piloted this vessel.
I cannot believe he is gone. He was on the road to recovery moments ago.
King Zaev was a great leader, and his legacy will endure.
Prince Eco, I am going to need you to recount the events at the crags for me from the beginning, so I can get a better understanding of what happened.
Like I told you before, my brother's fighter craft was shot down just as I arrived, and my father's fighter craft crash-landed at the edge of the crags where you found us.
My preliminary investigation has revealed otherwise.
Are you calling me a liar, Captain?
I am merely trying to obtain an accurate account of the events.
I do not like your tone, Captain.
This is not the time or place for this inquiry, Captain. Our king has just died.
Yes, I agree. It is not right to subject this grieving lad to an inquisition.
Pardon me, perhaps we shall resume at a later time. It will give me a chance to draw up a full report, and possibly charges.
Instead of a parade in your honor, it looks as if we will be planning your coronation, Prince Eco.
You were correct. Prince Eco has not been truthful about the events at the Crags. He is hiding something.
So now, since you know that he is lying, you can set me free.
No, not yet. I will need to obtain a detailed written statement from you, and then we can schedule a hearing.
And how long will that take?
4 or 5 days, possibly. 2 weeks at the most.
That is not acceptable. Free me now.
I understand your frustrations. I will assist you and be your advocate. It is necessary to follow procedure to ensure that justice is served.
Bureaucratic drivel.
How did you get out of there? Stop! There is no place you can hide. Wait! Don't close that!
Tell me, what sort of K-Knight captain of the guard gets locked in the dungeon that he oversees and allows a prisoner to escape nonetheless?
You seem to be enjoying this.
And you seem to be too incompetent to hold the title of Captain of the K-Knight Guard. You are henceforth relieved of your title and duties.
Young Prince, maybe we can make an exception concerning this particular malfeasance. This K-Knight historically has aided your father on the battlefield, as well as in the halls of justice.
It is a new day for Lycos. Out with the old relics of the past. Get this pathetic excuse for a K-Knight Guards wolf out of my presence.
I will still see that justice is served on you.
Spare me. You couldn't even prevent a female from escaping the dungeon you were in charge of.
You will never be half the K-Knight King that your father was.
Young warrior, you are back. You must have been exonerated and released.
No, Sensei, I escaped from the palace dungeon.
This may not be good. We shall go back and talk to someone in charge at once.
I swear to you, my master, that I have not done anything to bring shame to our academy.
Tell me everything that happened from the beginning.
This is Prince Eco, soon to be King Eco, ruler of Lycos and all of its jurisdictions. Send the fugitive female criminal out at once, or suffer the consequences.
There has been a misunderstanding.
Understand that I will leave a smoldering crater where this dojo stands if you do not produce the female fugitive immediately.
Here I am.
Wait, Shiva.
I will not allow harm to come to this academy on account of decisions that I made. I surrender. I will go back.
Open fire!
But she is surrendering.
That was an order and not a suggestion, you inbred mutt. Obey my commands or I will have your head.
Please, stop this at once. We do not wish for there to be violence.
Keep firing, you mangy fools.
They leave us no choice but to defend our home. We can resolve this without fighting.
He attacked me! Kill them all!
Teacher!
Have you found the body of the female criminal yet?
No, sire. She's not among the dead.
Then broaden the area of your search. She could not have gotten far.
You go that way and I will go this way. Who goes there? Show yourself! Brother, what happened? Who did this?
Shiva brought the enemy to our doorstep.
All hail King Eco!
Long live King Eco!
King Eco! All hail the newly crowned king!
My fellow citizens of Lycos, I present to you King Eco and his inaugural address.
Thank you, my fellow citizens of Lycos. I am humbled by this honor, and I accept this great responsibility with the utmost humility. I vow to serve you well and usher in a new era of prosperity. As the first of my royal duties, there is to be an execution. The traitor to the crown and disgraced former captain of the K-Night Guard.
Wait a minute, my young king.
What?
You must not go through with this. He was a beloved servant and ally of King Zaev.
No one tells me what I can and cannot do anymore. Come on, get on with it. And my second decree as King of Lycos is as follows. Henceforth there shall be no restrictions on hunting. May no K-Night, Wolven citizen, or pup ever go hungry again.
The hunting restrictions are requisite for our future, for our survival.
And removing your grubby paw from my arm is requisite for your survival.
Slash, is that you? Thank the dog star. Now I don't have to be by myself. Something terrible happened. We were attacked at the dojo. What? Why?
Because of you, there is no dojo. Because of you, Master and my brother are dead.
Stop, if you would just let me explain.
My brother told me everything I need to know with his last dying breath. My leg! I will hunt you down. I will not rest until you are dead.
Well, it is official. We are on the brink of a planet-wide famine. We have become more and more dependent on obtaining food from off-world sources.
The treasury is being constantly depleted to fund these opulent banquets and festivals that the king insists on throwing on a weekly basis.
The king seems to operate under the belief that the planet's ecosystem will fix itself.
He is also under the impression that we can continue to trade our cerium ore and energy crystals to supplement our depleted food reserves.
It is not a sustainable business model trading our precious resources for food. Where is the king?
Why don't you just address the Pasnarch in the room? The king forsakes morning council meetings because of his indulgence in drunken revelries that inhibits his ability to attend any gathering that starts before noon.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Well, you are the only one he has not threatened to kill as of late. As a last-ditch effort, go and try to reason with him before all is lost.
Yes. That feels so good. Now that is what I call serving your king.
Ladies, if you would please excuse us. The king and I have matters to discuss privately.
What's going on? You must be under the impression that your job description entails ruining my fun.
15 more species have been wiped out of existence as of late. We must talk about the planet's ecosystem and the city's crumbling infrastructure.
Not this again. I have no time for scientific speculation. I am planning the biggest celebration and planet-wide festival of all time. It is the 10-year anniversary of my ascension to the throne.
This is what needs to be addressed. Crime has increased because the citizens cannot afford meat on account of the scarcity you caused. The elderly and those unable to fend for themselves rely on the state for provision, and our storehouses are virtually empty.
So what if a few fall by the wayside? Our society was built upon the principles of survival of the most fit.
That line of thinking could leave you without a kingdom to rule.
Tread lightly. That almost sounds like a threat.
That is not my intent. I am just advising you that we cannot go on like this.
You worry too much.
Look, it's King Eco!
Feast! Feast! On delectable fare courtesy of your king.
That cart. Those cuts of meat. Those animals. There is nowhere he could have gotten them except for the sanctuaries that held the last of the endangered species.
I have some bad news.
It could not possibly get any worse.
The king has emptied out all of the storehouses for this undertaking. Our food reserves are no more.
Look at the poor wretches. It is the first time many have had a full belly in several years.
And most likely the last.
Our king has delivered us to the doorstep of certain doom. Come, we must figure out our next move.
Eat! Eat until your hearts are content.
Our provisions are running low once again. I want you three to go to Anubite City and purchase some reptilian meat. Yes, Sensei.
Korax, what do you have for me today?
Fresh reptilian meat, the finest in the galaxy.
How much for the entire lot?
The entire lot, all of it? That will be a hefty sum.
I can offer you a mix of credits along with some unrefined cerium ore.
I am only accepting energy crystals as payment.
Energy crystals. Can we not find middle ground?
Energy crystals, or no deal.
Insufferable. Energy crystals it is.
What will you be having today?
What do you have to eat?
Reptilian flesh, the finest in the quadrant.
Then that is what I will have.
Look over there. Isn't that the sworn enemy of our sensei? Yes, I do believe that it is. If we kill her, we can earn his favor. She's getting away, follow her. She's going into that alley. She won't be able to escape. We can cut off her head and bring it back to the sensei as proof that we killed her.
This is your chance to leave and pretend as if you never saw me.
You sound foolish. Don't worry, we will honor you with a quick death. Lucky shot.
Prior to King Zaev's death, I revealed to him that I discovered a habitable planet with no sentient life that could serve as a colony. As you well know, Eco's ears have been deafened to anything not in service of his immediate base desires. He knows nothing of this.
An uninhabited planet? This is an amazing discovery.
It has a robust ecosystem, and if managed properly, we could be sustained whilst we renew our efforts to repair the damage done to our own environment. These are the schematics for a spacecraft that I have dubbed the Ark. It will be capable of interstellar travel, and the interior specifications are designed to house a large number of our fellow citizens in a state of cryogenic stasis.
Countless lives will be saved. Those food reserves that were squandered were for the young and elderly. I think that preemptively, we should place the young in stasis, because without a viable source of food, the situation becomes more dire by the day. We are in for some turbulent times ahead.
So, how do we proceed forward, knowing that Eco could botch this entire endeavor?
Eco must not know of this. I hate to say this, but it may be necessary to take measures to ensure that this plan is not thwarted by his folly. There is too much at stake to leave the fate of Lycos to chance.
How do you plan on keeping this from him?
For the sake of the pups and all of the citizens of Lycos, Eco must die.
I am a scientist, not an assassin.
Just focus on building that ship, and I will handle the other matters, including for the time being keeping him occupied, so that he does not discover this undertaking. You should get started immediately. I will go tend to our lascivious king.
Those two wretched, traitorous, treasonous ingrates, I will have their heads.
One more thing before I depart. You need to take the schematics for your Ark and go contract the K-Knight space pirates to build it. They are most proficient in tasks of this magnitude, as they can complete the venture discreetly and efficiently as this undertaking will necessitate.
Halt! Right there! Don't you dare come a step closer!
What's going on?
Remind me, my trusted advisor, what is the penalty for treason?
The penalty for treason is death, sire.
Tell me, my noble loyal counselor. Every K-Knight king has a title based on his character bestowed upon him by his subjects. The fierce, the wise, the cowardly. What title has been attributed to my personage?
I have no knowledge of such matters.
Liar! Seize him!
What is the meaning of this? What did I do?
Answer my question. What moniker have I been given?
They refer to you as Eco the Lascivious.
Now, was that so difficult? If that is my legacy, what do you think yours will be?
I do not know.
How about Tashar the Traitorous? Or maybe Tashar the Treasonous? Which one do you think rolls off of the tongue more smoothly?
I have no idea what you are talking about or insinuating.
I have had enough of your lies. I overheard you and the scientist Timonas plotting to kill me. Guards, fetch me Timonas as well as any paperwork and documents you may find. They were looking over plans of some sort. Have you nothing to say on your own behalf?
You have delivered us to the brink of certain doom. I merely sought to preserve our future.
And regicide was the only solution that you could come up with.
The scientist was not in the laboratory nor in the palace, and here are the files and documents that we found.
They were talking about a spacecraft of some sort as well. Probably a destroyer built to wreak havoc on the kingdom.
There are no schematics for a craft amongst these files and documents.
So this spacecraft that you want us to construct is a royal commission?
No. This spacecraft will have to be constructed discreetly outside of Canisar.
That will cost you extra.
No problem. I have heard that you prefer energy crystals as payment?
Correct.
You can have half of your payment up front, and the other half upon completion.
Fair enough.
And for the sake of discretion, I will contact you.
There he is. Get him.
What's going on? What have I done?
You and your co-conspirator are to be put to death for plotting to kill the king. Didn't the king say that we could bring him in dead or alive? Yes. I am hungry as well. We can eat a portion of his carcass and bring back just enough for a positive identification.
Who goes there? Show yourself. I come in peace. You are the wanted fugitive.
Is that your idea of gratitude?
You saved me, thank you.
It seems that neither one of us are in the king's good graces. I was going to mind my business and allow them to kill you until I heard them say that you conspired to kill the king.
Behold, the treasonous scum that conspired to kill your king.
We don't care. Our pups are starving.
Down with Eco the Lascivious!
It should be your head on that chopping block.
Down with Eco the Lascivious!
Who said that? Who said that? I want the craven coward that said that to face the head's wolf as well.
This won't solve anything. Our pups are starving.
Proceed with the execution of the traitor. Off with his head! Ungrateful scum! I just threw them the biggest feast that this planet has ever seen.
All of your subjects love you. Their venomous words are a mere byproduct of their empty bellies.
This is something that we must address because it is already getting out of hand. The number of deaths due to starvation has been increasing by the day.
And there have been reports of cannibalism.
We can rely on reptilian flesh to sustain us.
The Federation of K-Knight space pirates have quadrupled the price due to the increased demand.
It's not as easy to subdue your prey when they are armed with blaster rifles.
I do not know what to do. You two are supposed to be my advisors. Advise me.
I was reading over the documents recovered from Timonis's laboratory, and within them may be a way to ease the hemorrhaging, so to speak.
Let's hear it.
The documents contained plans for stasis capsules. It seems that Tashar and Timonis were planning on placing citizens in stasis. I guess this would work as a temporary fix until a time arises that we can find a more lasting solution.
How would we determine which citizens to place in stasis?
The plans seem to be for the weakest amongst us, the elderly and the young.
That would be a good optic for you, my king. It would exemplify your concern for the well-being of your subjects.
I like the sound of that.
How long have you been living down here?
Ever since King Eco destroyed my school, killed my sensei, and lied about our encounter.
Amazing.
This is quite the spread.
Yes, I thought that a celebration was in order.
This reptilian meat comes at a high price.
Well, it's a good thing that the crown's coffers still run deep despite the famine.
I must get back to the surface and respond to this transmission.
Go then.
I will not be able to navigate this maze of tunnels without you. I need your help. What I am planning could save the lives of thousands.
Come, tell me your plans.
We could not find a location to construct your vessel that would be free from prying eyes.
No worries. I have found the perfect location to carry out the construction. What? What is the meaning of this? Wait!
It has come to our attention that there is a sizable bounty on both of your heads.
I am on a mission to preserve our future generations. King Eco has doomed this planet. The purpose of this ark is to transport K-Knight and Wolven pups off of this planet. They who in all likelihood would not be able to survive the dark days ahead.
A noble cause indeed. We shall proceed with the construction of the vessel. I have a feeling that King Eco may be rapidly approaching the end of his reign. His soldiers starve whilst he squanders coin on lavish feasts.
Intruders! Look, Botto. They are building a spacecraft of some sort.
Your crew works with extreme efficiency.
We always strive to preserve and maintain our reputation as the best shipbuilders in the galaxy.
Shiva, where are you going?
We are being watched from above. Someone is on that precipice at the other end of the cavern.
Uh-oh. Botto. I think we have been spotted. Someone is headed this way.
Who are you?
What? How did you? Your best bet, little lady, is to scurry along and pretend as if you never saw me.
No, you were spying. You are coming with me.
I'm warning you. This is your last chance. Scram before I order Botto here to pummel you.
You are coming with me, willingly or unwillingly.
Well, I hate to have to do this to such a pretty girl. Botto, kill her.
You are coming with me.
Okay.
I caught this one spying.
Don't I know you? Yes, I remember. King Ziev sentenced you to be thrown into the crags.
Please, just let me go. You will never see me again, I promise.
We are not concerned with your affair at the moment. We just wish to keep our endeavor under wraps. Tell me, how have you survived down here for so long?
When they tossed me into the chasm, I thought that I was done for. I came upon what must have been one of Canisar's landfills hundreds of years ago. I used odds and ends that I found in the landfill to build myself a laboratory to conduct my experiments, with hopes of getting back in King Zaev's good graces.
I'm curious, how did you sustain yourself? What do you eat?
I built an insect farm, and these caves have a form of fungi that I found to be edible as well.
I would like to see your laboratory. You may have materials that I may be able to utilize.
I can also show you the landfill. There is a plethora of salvageable items there.
I have preserved the lives of countless pups. What do you think the citizens of Lycos will call me now?
King Eco, the savior.
King Eco, the benevolent.
We're under attack! Reptilians!
Mobilize the K-Knight fightercraft units!
About that. You commanded me to spare no expense on the last dozen or so celebratory events in your honor. We have not been able to pay or feed the K-Knight soldiers. Most have deserted their posts.
The lousy ingrates. Filthy wretches. I will have their heads.
Quickly, we must get the king to the lower levels of the palace.
I must commend you on your improvisational skills. What? How dare you? You had no right.
What? Oh, you mean the prince. He was already dead when I found him. I preserved him with hopes of getting back into the king's good graces.
The king forbade your abominations.
I saved him. He would be a pile of dust-covered bones if it were not for my work.
No wrong goes unpunished. You are fortunate that we are in the midst of more pressing matters.
The palace is on fire! Why is this happening?
It is not safe for you to be out here in the open. Let's look for shelter. This way, my king. This structure was not hit during the reptilian raid. We can board up in here. I can hear the crowds nearby and they sound unruly. We should be safe in here.
I just received a transmission. Moments ago, the reptilians launched an assault on the city of Canisar. Supplementary reports confirm that the city of Canisar has fallen.
There were days where I doubted I would live to see Canisar fall.
There may be no one left to save in the city.
We will need every available hand to assist in getting those pups out of the city.
I can spare a few of my men, but not many if we are to stay on schedule with the construction.
Unbelievable.
What? You said that extra hands may be needed. Well, these are my extra hands.
Strange. I see no pups running the streets.
With the reports of cannibalism that I have been hearing about, I fear the worst.
Isn't that the enemy of our sensei?
Yes, that is her. I will chop her head off.
No, wait. Sensei told us not to engage. We will go alert him of her presence.
It was a brilliant idea coming here. We are going to have to face the reality that we may have to sacrifice a pup or two in order to ensure our own survival.
That was not my initial intention, but if left with no other options.
Why are there crowds forming outside?
We may not be the only ones who have contemplated the pups as a form of sustenance.
Where is everyone going?
To protect the pups from the masses that intend to eat them.
The pups!
Where are the pups?
They are inside, but no one can get in. The king has barricaded the doors.
Shiva, where are you going?
There she is, on the roof.
The hungrier I get, the more appealing eating one of these pups becomes.
You lied on me. You turned the only family I ever had against me. You killed my sensei.
Yes, I lied because you witnessed me kill my brother and critically injure my father. I offered you a deal and you refused. Can't we just let bygones be bygones? Just in time. I, King Eco, sovereign ruler of Lycos, command you to kill her at once. Well, what are you waiting for? I am the king. I will have all of your heads on pikes if you refuse to obey me.
You are no king. You are a coward and a liar. Forgive me. All these years I have hunted you, believing something that was not true.
All I ever wanted was to clear my name and return to the clan.
What is this place?
I am here to preserve the lives of these pups.
A noble cause. We will assist you in this matter.
The pups are safe and already in stasis capsules. My Bushido K Knight clan brethren are guarding them to make sure that they are not harmed.
That's wonderful. So, Eco, your rule is finally at an end.
Never. You are all insignificant. There is no Lycos without me.
Eco. Eco? Eco!
Where are you going? Come back!
Your ship is ready, mate.
Excellent. Perfect timing. Do you think that you could deliver it to my current location? I'm at the edge of the city. You will see a large crowd gathered.
Fire in the hole!
Shiva, I cannot thank you enough. I would not have been able to pull this off without you. If you want, there is room for you on my ship. There is a new world that I have found free of the turmoil that plagues this planet.
I thank you. You helped reunite me with my clan. I cannot go with you. I must stay here.
Very well then.
What's going on? Why are you all looking at me like that?
We are hungry.
I am your king.
You are food.